light illuminates their imperfections. Hence their attempts to dull your shine. Light 'em up.
They threw dirt on my name and flowers grew right out the brown soil. My vision's clear as glass, the robe is purple satin plus the crown's royal. Allow me to give you a demonstration. Holding your breath, waiting for me to fail only brings hyperventilation. See, I'm a soldier that's ready for any situation. So me and life double dated my trials and tribulations. Won't be remembered for not speaking out. I to take the peaceful route. I promise I can't make this shit up. I shed a tear then use the mic stand to hold my chin up. They plot and strategize on different ways to make me give up. That's easier said than done, like a woman that's 9 months pregnant doing sit-ups. Yeah, I read the book of life, defeat was never in my story. Just brutal fights on the battlefield is bloody and gory. Showing off is a fool's idea of glory. Call me foolish, then in the clutch I make them drop like I was Robert Ory. See, in this world you gotta sink or swim. Boy, I'm a legend. When I die my presence never will be felt again. This greatness rare, but see I kept it in. Isolation in the demons, guardian angels been my only friend. I've been at war with myself in silence. Had a mental malfunction, forced to go into hiding. For
I hope you
powerless
watch
like
it right now, because then you're gonna understand whoever get in my way, I'ma dog walk their ass.
Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Yo, let me turn down the mic. This kind of loud. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is everything good? Can you hear the sound? Everything good? I just changed my mic so I can hear myself in my head. So let me know if I sound good. But we got some breaking news, y'all. We got 31 in the building, man. Wait for some people to pop in. But y'all, if you guys are just finding out, we got some breaking news, man. 41 in the building. The Raiders are sending Jakorian Bennett to the Eagles in exchange for defensive tackle Thomas Booker IV, per sources. This is according to Adam Schefter, guys. This is some news that I wasn't expecting. This is news that I'm not really happy about. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna learn a little bit about Thomas Booker right on the fly, man. But thank you guys for the 42 that's in the building, man. You guys already know the deal. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. We got some other things to talk about, but we're going to definitely talk about Jakorian Bennett getting shipped to the Eagles. The writing was kind of on the wall, guys. You know, he was kind of on the lower end of the depth chart. He was looking at maybe third team. Just some guys that, you know, kind of leapfrogged him because he just doesn't necessarily fit what was going on in the building right now. He's not that prototype type of corner that Pete Carroll likes, and it showed. The writing was on the wall. He got traded today to the Eagles in exchange for Thomas Booker IV. We're going to get into it, man. Shout out to you guys. 54 in the building. We got Ant in the building, man. Salute to you. We got Raider Fresh in the building, man. We got, let's see who else we got in here, man. If you guys also want to be a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, go ahead and hit the link at the top. That's the best way to support what we got going on over here, man. Go ahead and hit that link, man, if you guys want to become a member. We got Hollis Aaron's in the building. Salute to Jakorian Bennett, man. I can't believe it. We got my Lecky T in the building. We got Raider Felon in the building. Bennett traded. Yeah, we're going to get into it, man. Jakorian Bennett for Thomas Booker. Bro could have at least made the move for Vita Vea, man. That would have been great, but doesn't seem like that was the move, man. Let's see. Let's see. We got Louis G, a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet in the building, man. Once again, if you guys want to become a member, go ahead and hit that link, man. That's the best way to support what we got going on, man. We got Myra G in the building. Big Mike, my guy. Long time no see. It's been a while. We got 78 in the building. We're going to warm this thing up. Let a couple more people pop in. Man, I can't believe we got more breaking news. It seems like I'm the breaking news guy for so far, man. We got John Powell in the building. You're good. I appreciate it, man. We got Lil Tiger Raider in the building. Let's see. We got Freight Train, Big Mike in the Nation. Raiders. Man, yo. And we got a game on Thursday, y'all. Something to be excited about, but we got to talk about some pressing news, breaking news. Jakorian Bennett traded to the Eagles in exchange for Thomas Booker IV. Yeah, man, Xavier Foster, it's a real deal. According to Adam Schefter, this is a real deal. Jakorian Bennett traded to the Eagles, man, and they're loaded with the corners right there, man. Like, I didn't think that they needed another corner, man. And he's going to succeed over there, man. And good luck to Jakorian Bennett. Hopefully he finds his ground over there and does well, man. It's a disappointing move. But we're getting Thomas Booker the fourth, a D tackle, which we probably needed since the whole Christian Wilkins things has happened, and now we got another guy that can kind of rotate. And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to let this thing warm up. We got 95 in the building. Let's see. We get a dude from a Super Bowl team. Let's effing go. Yeah, absolutely. That is the bright spot to that one, man. But you always want to keep your homegrown guys, right? Jakorian Bennett, I was a big fan. I thought he played very well before the injuries last season, but it just seems like he doesn't fit what we got going on right now, particularly with Pete Carroll. He likes the lengthier, taller type of corners, and then he's kind of a shorter guy. So just didn't really fit. Trey Taylor season, we're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about safeties. We lost Lonnie Johnson. We lost Lonnie Johnson in that mock game on Saturday. So we're going to look into some free agent maybes, or do we just roll what we got? We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it, man. But shout out to Mutation 2 ×2. Hold on, let me pull it up with a $10 haymaker. They finally traded Bennett like I wanted. Look, he was our best corner last year, but the best cornerback on one of the worst Raider squads I've ever seen. Jeez. Raider fans get too emotional and too attached. Yeah, I might be guilty of that, man. No lie to you, but man, I was kind of hoping that we could kind of develop him and we could see kind of a breakthrough season from him, because I like what he was doing last year. He just, once again, man, he didn't fit. Shout out to Xavier Foster with the $2 haymaker. Jay Ben was the shortest cornerback, but why for Booker? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I felt like we could have got something else or something new or something different. It would have been I don't know. I thought we would have got a little bit more from him, but that is what it is, man. We got Booker. And we'll talk about it, man. We'll get into some of the stats. Shout out to Herman Munster becoming a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Welcome aboard, man. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support, man. Once again, if you guys want to become a member, go hit that link at the top of the chat. Let's see who else is in here, man. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's see. We got Dominique 5 in the building. Raider Dangerfield in the building. Guys, let's see. Let's see who else, man. Brian Rodriguez, Mike Jones 510. Salute Big Mike, like the thumbs. Yeah, man. Hit that sub and share with your folks. We got Michael Trujillo in the building. Who the fuck is Booker? We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about it. Dan Tessier in the building. Big Mike Nation. Salute to you, Dan, as always. Thank you for coming a member once again, man. Thank you for the support as always. They're always in here, man, showing love, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Let me see. Let's see. Let me scroll down, man. We got a lot in here, man. We got 111 in the building, man. Let's see. All right. Shout out to Sean's thoughts. I think fans have to understand that the front office, coaching staff have the archetype for what they want. Yeah. It's definitely obvious that they are looking for a specific type of guy, right? Looking for people to compete, hard-nosed, working hard. And as far as those corner goes, they're looking for a taller, lengthier type of corner, right? So Jakorian Bennett just simply didn't fit what they were trying to do. So it's okay. I was kind of hoping we get a little bit more. John Powell, I do like that they're getting more bodies on that D line. Yeah, and we're definitely going to talk about it. Shout out to Mondo Reyes in the building. Yeah, man, and is always on some nonsense. Shout out to Mr. Raider 42. Big Mike the Sailor welcomes to the Black Pearl. Yeah, you already know, man. If you want to become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, go check out the link at the top. It will definitely make large Michael Pirate happy, man. Arr. Shout out to Dad Tessier. Wasn't Booker the superintendent on good? Oh, no, my God. Yeah, he was. He was like the building manager or something. He was the handyman or whatever, right? That's what it was. Shout out to Brandon Stribling. Honestly, if the D-line does a job, we won't have to worry about losing DBs. The last Super Bowl was won in the trenches. Hey, I say it all the time, man. Trenches wins titles, man. That's my thing, man. I believe that 100%. So that's a good point. That's a good point. And only for you, Mondo, I'm gonna say it. That 10. Oh man, hey, shout out to you, man. Salute to you, man. And we got another member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Let's check it out. Let's see. We got Tiger Raider becoming a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Little Tiger, man, welcome aboard. Thanks for the support, man. Much love to you. Let's see. So let's talk about who we got in exchange, right? Jakorian Bennett off to Philly. We got Thomas Booker, the fourth, per sources, according to Adam Schefter. Let's see. So Thomas Booker the fourth, 6'3", 301 pounds, only 25 years old, young guy. Last year, he had a 53.4 PFF grade, kind of middle of the pack type of dude. Pass rushing grade 54.1, run defense grade 51.1. And he had 11 solo tackles, no sacks, 3 assisted tackles, 0 forced fumbles. So let's get into some of the premium stats. Let's talk about kind of what he what kind of in the detail and what he did, right? Nothing to be excited about so far, right? But one of his biggest games was against the Giants in a part-time role. He's a part-time guy. He's not a starter. He did start one game with the Giants, but in part-time action, he had an 85.9 defensive PFF grade. So he did do some good things. He's a young guy, a guy that, hey, maybe works hard out there, similar to Jonah Lalu. But that's what we're getting, guys. Somebody that is, you know, a developmental guy, somebody that's going to be good in rotation. So that's your guy right there, man. Thomas Booker, like I said, defensive tackle, 6'3", 301 pounds. I believe it's his third season in the league. And let's see what else can we see. So yeah, he got drafted in 2022 by the Houston Texans, and then he was with the Eagles from 2023 and last year. So from Stanford too. So there you go. That is Thomas Booker. Let me know what you think about the new trade. We let go of Jakorian Bennett, and we got Thomas Booker the fourth. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This is a trade that does not wow me. I'm not excited about it. I didn't like the trade. I still don't like the trade, but hey, welcome to the dark side, Thomas Booker the fourth, man. And we're rooting for you, man. Come on, you got to get the job done. The trade, I hate it. I hate the trade, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. But what do you guys think? Let me hear it, man. I really do. I don't like the trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I gotta hear it, man. Let's see. Shout out to Thor in the building. The Raider Nation Drinking Club. Hell yeah, you know we'll be around, bro. Hey, I'm glad you're around here, man. Thanks for popping in, bro. Thanks for the support. Let me see. I missed a bunch of stuff. Let me see. Shout out to Isaiah R. Am I the only one that doesn't care that we traded Jakorian? I thought he played well last year, man. I kind of had him slotted to be our starter at the beginning, but as camp kind of progressed, it looked like he was kind of slipping away. So yeah, it's tough, man. I'm not a fan of the trade, but hey, here we are. Let's see. Let me see. Let me not miss the super chat from my guy, Raider Shield family, with the $5 haymaker, aka Nav Man. Oh, Nav Man, my guy, man. Big Mike, how you doing, fellow veteran? I saw the Jakorian Bennett trade coming a few months ago. Best ability is availability. Nation, much love. And that's pretty much what it comes down to, right? This is a guy who just can't stay upright. He couldn't stay healthy. And, that's one red flag. The second red flag, he doesn't fit in with prototype-wise, right? We already talked about what Pete Carroll's looking for in a corner right now. And it seemed like he was a guy that kind of just wanted to play that boundary. Couldn't really put him in a slot situation. Now, it remains to be seen. We never saw it. But, they figure that they got a lot of guys that kind of fit in their system and, maybe outperformed them. So, it's two red flags against them, and they figured that, hey, maybe we should just get a guy that will bolster that rotation in that defensive tackle room. I hate the trade. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. But shout out to Raider Shield family, aka Nav Man, with the $5 haymaker, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the love as always, bro. Let's see. We got Rorschach in the building. Yo, Big Mike, man. Hey, salute to you, man. Thanks for popping in. Let's see. Isaiah R. I just think he didn't fit the new scheme. Also, he can't tackle. We probably would have cut him. I don't know. Man, I guess if that was the case, right? Hate to jump into what you guys are talking about, but if that was the case, I guess you do got to get what you can get out, out of the trade, right? And I kind of had a feeling he was going to get traded. I kind of talked about it briefly on the last show that maybe Jakorian Bennett was a guy that might be getting traded. I also think that maybe Zamir White would be on that list, but I think they kind of like what's going on with him. But hey, we'll see. It's not a grade. If I had to give it a grade, matter of fact, guys, give me a grade from 1 through 100. What you think about this trade, Jakorian Bennett for Thomas Booker IV? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Put it in the chat. I give this maybe a 75. Right? I don't think it's a failing trade, but this is a trade that I thought we could have got a lot better for. And it's kind of just a meh trade. Like it's just like a C, almost C plus. 75 out of 100. Man, let me hear it in the chat, man. Let me hear what you guys think about the trade. Let me see. We got holy shit in the building. What up, Big Mike Raider, man? Hey, salute to you, man. Man, I actually haven't seen you in a minute around here, man. Let's see. Shout out to Machiavelli. What's going on with our center position, Big Mike? Hey, it looks like Meredith. A lot of people didn't think that was a serious thing. Meredith is our guy. Meredith is our starter, man. It's kind of crazy to think that maybe Meredith is, our best guy at center at this point. I don't believe. It's hard for me to believe because JPJ is so great at the center position. He's so great of a leader. I want my best leader at the center position, but hey, Meredith looks like so far he's going to be our starter JPJ at the guard position. So we'll see. I'm actually going to do a couple of film breakdowns. Thank you guys for viewing the Jonah Lalu film breakdown. I'm going to do a similar one this week on Colton Miller, and then I'm gonna do one on JPJ this week. That's on the menu for this week. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Go check that out when it does come out, man. Let's see. Eagles defense gave Mahomes nightmares in the pocket. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe that's another one that I'll take a look at, Thomas Booker. Because right now I need something to be excited about because that's not a trade that I'm really happy about. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Let me scroll down a little bit, man. Let's see. Let me know in the chat what you guys think about the trade, man. 1 through 100, man. Let me hear it. We are slim at DBs. Yeah, that's a D grade. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling, man. I don't blame you. See, but I'm looking more into Booker right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some film on him, man, for sure. It's boy radio. If this is the case, Greedy is doomed. Yeah, Greedy looks good out there so far, man. But we'll see. It's subjective. If done earlier, the JB trade would have been more lucrative, but we had a rotating door on staff. Yeah, you're right. Maybe earlier we would have got something for him, a little bit more at least. Sean's thoughts. Really, there isn't a grade for it because Bennett wasn't a high level guy. I mean, if you're on the might be cut line, can we really be upset about it? I guess you're right. That would be a shock, and we would be really even more disappointed if we didn't get anything for him. So you make a good point, man. You definitely make a good point. You say a D plus. He's going to thrive. I can already see him making plays on that defense. Me too. They have so many good DBs over there. I don't see why they needed him at this point, for one, and for two, if he does get out there, he's going to do very well, man. Eagles of all teams, too. Shout out to Lecky. He says it would have been worse by cutting him and not getting anything in return. Yeah, Pete Carroll probably sees something in Booker that we don't. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, bro. And we got 135 in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Big Mike, the question is, are you on board for what this front office coaching staff are doing? If you do have to trust the trade, especially from Spytek's point of view, he and Pete know trenches. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. I really like all the moves that pretty much damn near all the moves that they've done in the offseason, including kind of bringing in linebackers and the recent stuff going on with Christian Wilkins. I'm all behind what they're doing. So you're right. Gotta have to trust the process. Their track record so far has been good. So, we do have to kind of be like, okay, go ahead and do your thing. maybe the market wasn't as good as maybe Raider fans we think it would be, right? And we're guilty of that. I'm guilty of it. So maybe that's the case. You're absolutely right. Let me see. Let me see what else everybody's got to say about it. Let me see. Shout out to Luis Calderon in the building. He says Jay Bennett trade to Philly. Yeah, man. We're talking about it right now for Thomas Booker the fourth. If you missed it, he had 11 solo tackles last year, 0 sacks, 3 assisted tackles. Let's see what he did in 2023. In 2023, didn't put anything on the board. So this is a guy who hasn't really done much in the league right now. In 2022, he had 10 solo tackles, 1 sack, 4 assists, and 0 forced fumbles. So he's a rotational guy. He's the guy that you're not going to see him starting or anything like that. And if he does, we're kind of in trouble. So he's a guy that's going to be in rotation, and maybe, if you really think about it, Jakorian Bennett will be kind of on that same trajectory anyway. But him going to the Eagles is like devastating because what the Eagles do with DBs. He's going to the right place if he's trying to be successful. That's for sure. I mean, he's in a deep DB room, but man, that's a good place to go for sure, man. Let's see. We got Xavier Foster. Pete's son has a very good rap sheet for O-line coaching. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I trust what they're doing over there. I do. John Powell, like Lalu a lot. I like Lalu a lot. Can't wait to see him play. Yeah, me too, man. And we got that game on Thursday, man. Dang. He says a 30. Whew. So we failed, huh? We failed. Center point, I think, is that Meredith is better at than JPJ at center. I think it's that JPJ is just much better at guard than anyone we will put there. Meredith is a decent center. Yeah, we'll see. And he's got to be better than Andre James, right? Well, at least we hope so, right? Yeah. So let's see. Severe's in the building, man. He says a 55 grade. I know you're a big fan of Jakorian Bennett. This is the danger of constant regime trade. Yeah. Yeah. Good players don't always fit in the new system. JB is probably our best man-to-man corner. Whew. 55. Man. Yeah, man. That's rough, man. That's rough. I don't blame you, though. I don't blame you. Shout out to Lecky T. Just imagine if we traded Bennett for Jordan Mailata. Man, that's a steal, man. We would never get Mailata for Jakorian Bennett, but that would be great. That would be great. Let me see. I would have rather kept Jakorian. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it, but we'll see. This is why we should have got Jair Alexander. They didn't ever seem like they were interested in Jair Alexander, but that would have been a good move too. That would have definitely been a good move. Let's see. Shout out to Brian Rodriguez. They might move Cooper DeJean to safety. That's not bad. It's not bad. T. Severe, Quinyon, JB. Oh my God, bro. It's not fair, bro. It really isn't fair. It's not fair, man. Jakorian Bennett is going to do very well in Philly. Wow, is it true we traded 0 to Philly Caps, man? This is real, man. It's a breaking news right here. Shoot, I'll read it again. This is according to Adam Schefter. Raiders are sending Jakorian Bennett to the Eagles in exchange for defensive tackle Thomas Booker the fourth. Thomas Booker really has no stats. He has 1 career sack in 3 seasons. His PFF grades are pretty much middle of the pack, 50-something across the board. He's had a couple of good games, but nothing that makes you be excited about what we got for sure. So that's the update for you, man. I'm not a fan of the trade. Mr. Raider 42. I mean, get a player that's going to play some for a player that might not play none. Yeah. I guess that's their thought process, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? Let's see. And we got Raider Shield family with the $10 haymaker times 2. Something that has changed. What we have sucked at for on years. Tackling, we sucked at yards after the catch or carry and sure tackling. We have a cast of thumpers and sure tacklers all over the defense. I trust in this staff. And you know what? Like I said, man, so far the track record of them doesn't seem bad, right? So I do trust what they're doing. It's just tough, like when you get a guy that you've seen some brilliance in him last year, right? before he got hurt. Jakorian Bennett was playing good ball last year before he got hurt. And you were kind of hoping, hey, and this is not just being like just like super optimistic or drinking the hopium. It's more of like, man, we saw some good things from Jakorian Bennett. If he can stay healthy, we got a guy. We got a guy. And that's what everybody was hoping for Jakorian Bennett. And I just feel like we kind of gave up on him a little too early. And Pete Carroll, I'm not gonna say this dude's a genius, right? He's a defensive back guru. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if he says it doesn't work, then I have to take his word for it. So it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. And I felt like we could have got a lot more for what we were going to get for him. Thomas Booker IV, not wowing numbers. Yeah, this one's tough, man. This one's tough for me. But like you said, got some thumpers now. So that does matter. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, man. And we got 174 in the building, man. Breaking news. You guys already know Jakorian Bennett sent off to Philly, man. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks, man. Xavier Foster Booker might be a better fit for our team. He's got speed, power, and leverage. Booker flies to the ball and recovers quick. Interested to see how he's used. Yeah, and it seems like they want to develop a lot of these young defensive tackles. Like I said, Jonah Lalu is one of those guys that they really have high praise for. So maybe they see something special in Thomas Booker too, that they can kind of uncrack and kind of unleash something special, right? But man, it's not a good feeling, man. Yeah, Graf. Hey, shout out to Graf, man, with the OLV Raiders Network. Jakorian, yeah, man, that one hurt. This one hurts, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you, man. Let me see. Shout out to the Mokes. Then why didn't we pick up a guard in the draft? Move JPJ back to center. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. It's kind of a weird Jordan Meredith at center. That was one thing I didn't expect for sure. This is just the beginning of training camp. Trades and signings, more to come, in my opinion, on where the weak spots are. Spytech is not afraid to pull the trigger on trades. Yeah, I want to see another trade, particularly for another safety. That would be a good move, in my opinion. Let's see. We got Raider D87. He says, let's be honest, Mike, JB was a solid player on a trash Raiders team last year. And now that there's real competition, he ain't it. He had to go. But why the Eagles? Because the one thing the Eagles do is that they're going to get the best out of their guys, right? Especially at that DB position. And the things we did see from Jakorian Bennett was spectacular when he was healthy, right? He did some good things out there when he was upright. And going to the Eagles, man, is just only going to highlight that, in my opinion, right? Who knows? He might not see any playing time. You never know. But it's just I hate the trade, man. I really do. I hate this trade. Let me see. Shout out to Xavier Foster. Booker might be a better fit. Oh, we read that one already. Let's see. My lot on the Raiders O-line would be solidify if man's dreams come true. Hey, man, one of these days, man, you're gonna get what you want, man. I promise you that one. Let's see. Let me see. Let me scroll down a little bit, man. Man, breaking news, y'all. And we're gonna talk about some other stuff in a second, man. Raider Shield family. No one has said that Meredith is the starting center. However, if you see JPJ on a pull at guard, it's brutal. Yeah, no doubt, man. That's the last guy you want to see in a pull situation. Let me see. We got my 2 cents in the building, a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Salute to you, man. Thanks for popping in, man. Hit the link at the top if you guys want to become a member, man. Let's see. Louis says Greedy Vance season. And maybe that's another reason why they got rid of Jakorian Bennett. Greedy Vance has been turning heads at camp, all camp. Maybe that's a guy. Maybe we got our guy, UDFA, that's going to do some special things, maybe at the nickel position, right? So, hey, we'll see, man. Especially, Lonnie Johnson goes down. It kind of opens up a spot for maybe a Greedy Vance, maybe, one of these guys that we picked up last year, Trey Taylor, or a guy that we picked up a few years ago in Chris Smith. Maybe he has actually chance to make this 53. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, man. Shout out to Jack Kenner, man. He says Raiders playing checkers, not chess, man. I hope so. I hope so, man. Shout out to Severe. He says the beat writers have said that JB has consistently been the best cornerback when the team is doing one-on-ones. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. JPJ reminds me of Richie Incognito. Yeah, me too. Me too. A lot of people said that too. Yeah, man. For sure. Let's see. Yo, Big Mike, right now, who are you starting guys in the secondary? Well, it looks like it's gonna be Darian Porter, and I think Stokes is gonna be on the other side. And then of course you're gonna have Chin, and then you're gonna have Polomau, and then man, I don't know that if we do have like a nickel safety or that is kind of is fluid, right? Because it could be a third linebacker, it could be another safety, it could be a corner. You know, Lonnie Johnson seemed to be that starter for us, and he went down, right? So, and we're going to talk about who I think we could replace him for. There's some guys out there that I think would be okay, but maybe it is a Greedy Vance, maybe it is Jamal Adams, maybe it is depending on what the situation is, but that's kind of what I think. But I think Porter and Stokes is going to be our guy starting, and hey, maybe DCAM has something to say about that as well. So we'll see. We'll see. 3 clicks in truth. How have you? You guys going at it? All right. Mind my own business. Ask a bum. I trust Pete. He's never put a bad defense on the field, man. Let me see. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. You're absolutely right. We got to trust what he's gonna do. We are now coming out of the Raiders matrix like the screen behind you. Spytech and Pete are Neo and Morpheus. Yeah, hey, that's the had to do it. Yeah, man. Let me see. Raider Shield family. JPJ's incognito with far more intelligent. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Let me see. Yeah, a lot of people aren't liking the Jakorian Bennett trade, man. A lot of people aren't a big fan of it, but once again, we're going to trust the process and see what this front office is doing. Let me see. Shout out to Kenny Romero, my guy Mike. Which position are you concerned about going into the season? The secondary. Absolutely the secondary. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Linebackers, I'm a lot more confident than I was at the beginning of this whole process. Secondary is one of those positions that is kind of scary me, and that interior line too. You know, kind of counting on Christian Wilkins to at least be back and be around at some point. So now that you know we're trying to kind of scramble and try to like patch together a defensive tackle interior line team by bringing in Thomas Booker, who's not really wowing. It kind of brings me a little bit concerned about that interior line. I'm not gonna lie to you. So secondary 1, interior defensive line 2nd. That's kind of where I'm at right now, man. Let me see. Shout out to Jack Burton. Yo, Big Mike, who's your starting O-line guys right now? You think? Man, if you'd have told me, I would have had Meredith at the right guard and JPJ at center, Parham at the left side, and then of course Colton Miller at the left tackle position, and Glaze at the right tackle position. But right now, it looks like you're gonna flip flop JPJ and Meredith. That's kind of what it looks like right now. But I'm gonna stick to my guns. Maybe they're just kind of playing the old okey doke with the rest of the NFL, and we're gonna see Meredith at that right guard position and JPJ at center. So we'll see. We'll see. And that's another guy. JT Woods has been playing pretty well too, 6'2". So that's somebody that we got to keep an eye on too, Dan. You're right. I'm pleased with the move so far up until today's head scratcher. Yeah, me too. This one doesn't feel good to me at all, man. I was very excited for the rest of them. But we'll see, man. Hits Boy Radio in the building. We should have looked at Kelly Ringo. Yeah. That man. I don't know, man. I don't know. This trade is rough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't feel good. Lockie Tossi won't be ready for a couple seasons, either guard or D tackle. Put him in kick return. Xavier Foster, man. Talking that smack. I love it, man. I love it. Another reason JPJ may not be at center is because he's stronger and can open better holes for Genty. Yeah, maybe that is the case, man. Low Life Rev says crap trade. Yeah, man. All right, man. Let me read one more, and then we're gonna move on to regularly scheduled program, man. Shout out to John Powell. I think as long as our D-line can stay healthy and get consistent pressure, the secondary will be fine. Yeah, I agree, man. Let me see, man. So yeah, once again, hey, breaking news. We broke it off over here, man. According to Adam Schefter, Raiders are sending Jakorian Bennett to Philly in exchange for Thomas Booker, the fourth per sources. So that is the latest. That is the breaking news. Jakorian Bennett off to Philadelphia, of all places, man. Why? So you guys know how I feel about it. So here we go. Wanted to kind of do a reaction to Ian Rappaport. He was talking to Geno Smith today. And you know, whenever the Raiders kind of get the spotlight put on them, I always got to highlight it. The league is going to be in for a shock. You guys already know what it is, right? We got a revamped offense. The defense has been looking good. They've been competing. Today, camp today, the defense seemed to have the better day, which is very promising. We've seen a lot of the offense really kind of showing and flexing all camp, but this day today, the defense showed some stuff, particularly highlighted by, you know, Greedy Vance, Darian Porter, and a lot of our youngsters are really showing up and doing some special things. But I want to talk about Geno Smith, and I want to kind of highlight what he was talking about in his sit-down interview with Omar Ruiz and of course our guy Ian Rappaport. We're going to talk about it. I'm gonna pull the screen up and then do a quick reaction on what we saw and what was said. Let me see. We pull the screen up. Let me see. Here we go.
You know, for me, just being here for the team.
Let's start from.
All right, Geno Smith joining us now, fresh off the practice field. Geno, everybody we talk to here within the Raiders organization speaks about your leadership, and you've been able to impress that locker room so quickly here. How have you done that?
You know, by coming in and shutting my mouth and getting to work. You know, I think guys really respect hard work, and so I just wanted to come in and try and, you know, show these guys by example just how dedicated I am to the team, how dedicated I am to the organization, to the city, and just continue to work hard and lead by example that way.
You have a head coach that's obviously dedicated to you. Pete Carroll, your former head coach with Seattle, and now head coach again.
Yep.
Have you found yourself as a little bit of a translator for Pete, or have you tried to show some of the guys like, all right, this is what we're doing, this is why, kind of, you know, show them a little bit of what you've learned?
Yeah, almost like a parrot, you know. I mean, just like whatever he's saying, I'm repeating it. And yeah, I mean, Coach Carroll has obviously done a lot for me in my career. You know, giving me an opportunity that not many probably would have. But the main thing, you know, the central theme of the program is to compete. And, you know, I'm a guy who's competitive, and so I love to compete. And I think that's something that he admires about me. And so any chance that we get to go out and compete together, man, I think it's going to be special. And, you know, for me, just being here for the team and being here for my guys and just, you know, like I said, leading by example, not being the biggest talker, but try to be the hardest worker. That's something that I always try to do.
One of the favorite stories I like to tell about Geno Smith is I covered your days when you were backing up Russell Wilson in Seattle. And I remember after practice, you would work with Dave Canales, now the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, and you would run the entire script of practice again after practice with Dave running routes.
Yep.
And you did that for years.
Yep.
What made you believe that work was worth the while and it would eventually pay off one day?
Well, first of all, it started with having great people and great.
Yo, I'm gonna pause that real quick, man. Let's react to some of that, right? Like Geno Smith went through a practice, and then after the practice, he ran through the script again, right? And everybody knows about Geno Smith and kind of how he kind of led up to this point in 2013. He was slated to be a first round pick, right? And you know, he was waiting in that room, didn't get picked, ended up getting picked in the second round in a pretty weak quarterback class, right? And then he struggled a lot when he was with the Jets, and then he went to the Seahawks and kind of found his way. What I do like about Geno Smith is that, you know, he didn't take that as status quo, right? He did what he could to continue working and being where he is today. And I think that we're going to see a lot of the stuff, maybe a lot of us, including myself, we're kind of like shortchanging Geno Smith on like, hey, I didn't think that this was a good pick at the beginning, but kind of looking more into what he does, his work ethic, how he fits in with Pete Carroll. I'm a believer now, man, and I think that Geno Smith can be a top 10 quarterback in this league when it's all said and done. Let me know what you guys think about Geno Smith, man. Let me get to some of the chat, man. We got 169 in the building. Let me see. Really like the Geno acquisition. Liked him all the way back when he played for West Virginia. Yeah, and that's one thing that I do want to mention. And he's going to mention a little this a little bit later. These quarterbacks in these in this day and age, and you can even go back about 10 years ago where you did see the quarterbacks come out. Everybody was expected to be almost a plug and play, right? But in this day and age, they don't develop the quarterbacks, in my opinion, and a lot of these coaches' opinion, the way that they should, especially in the college level, right? In the college level, they look at the sideline, they're looking at postcards, these big old cards to kind of read the play. They're not really thinking, they're not making reads, they're not knowing how to read defenses and audibling and things like that. And that's why a lot of these quarterbacks really fail later on down the line, right? One thing I like about Geno Smith is that he really started off slow, but he got in there. He did the work. He did the due diligence to become a premier starter in this league. Now, am I saying he's elite? No, he's not an elite quarterback, but he can definitely win you some games. And I do really think at Geno Smith at his best can win us a playoff game, man. Definitely, man. What you guys think about that? Let me see. Let me see. I've been saying Geno Smith is a much better quarterback than Raiders fans know. I live in Washington State and know this guy's a baller. Yeah, man. I wasn't a fan of him, not gonna lie, man. Shout out to C8 Raider for life. Crazy how we traded Bennett to the Eagles. Yeah, I'm still hurt about that one, man. I'm still hurt about that one. 3 clicks in the truth says serviceable. Yeah, no doubt, man. And serviceable isn't bad, right? It's definitely a guy that is not going to make mistakes. And I mean, he does. He led the league in interceptions, right? But he was under a new offense, an offense that wasn't familiar, and he was trying to play superhero ball a lot of the time. So I'm thinking that under Pete Carroll, he's going to minimize a lot of those interceptions that we saw last year, and he's going to protect the ball. That's what I'm really hoping that he does this year. And you know, this is a guy that works hard, right? He's in the film room. He's doing what it takes to be better, right? And you see, as he mentioned, and how he went through a practice, and then after the practice, he went through the whole script again from scratch. So it's almost like he had a double day that he put himself through a second practice in that same day, almost giving himself a 2 a day. That's the type of mentality. That's the type of work ethic that you want in your quarterback. So I'm a big fan of his at this point, man. I don't know where that came from. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Where's that coming from? 1 second, y'all. One second, y'all. I'm having some technical difficulties in my ear right now. 1 second. My bad, y'all. We got 173 in the building. Coming from. Sorry, y'all. 1 second, man. 1 second, y'all. Where's that coming? Sorry, y'all. 1 second. I'm having technical difficulties. 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Hey guys, can you hear me all right? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me, y'all. You guys hear any background noises or anything? Anybody talking? All right. Whatever reason. Okay, cool. My bad, y'all. I had some technical difficulties, man. I don't know. I can hear something in the background that I can't find on my computer. That makes any sense. Okay, I sound good, man. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna definitely keep it rolling then. All right, y'all. My bad. My bad. Let me see. Let me see. For whatever reason, I can hear something in the background and I can't get rid of it. All right. Can you guys hear me? Everything good? All right. Can you guys hear me? Is that better? Yeah, I feel like shout out to Gotham City Raider, man. I feel like Randy Orton, man. All right, we're gonna let it roll. We're gonna let it roll.
Great coaches around me, being surrounded by great coaches like Dave Canales, like Brian Schottenheimer, who's now the head coach at the Cowboys. And we had such a great room, man. Russell and I, and Austin Davis, and just all the great guys that we had in that room. We were, extremely hardworking, and Dave was doing such a great job with me and just developing me. And so he was my route runner, my pass catcher after practice for a couple years. And it's great to see what Dave is, man. We don't talk as much as we used to, but he knows it's always love.
All right, so you guys, you know what? I can't hear. Having some technical difficulties, y'all. My bad, man. Let me see. For whatever reason, yeah, maybe something in the background of the clip you're playing. Yeah, it's something in the background. Can you guys hear that still? Can you hear me? Can you hear me just fine? Okay. All right. So for whatever reason, yeah, I have like something playing in the background. I can't find the video that's playing in the background. It's weird, man. Um, I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So, you know, once again, Geno Smith is one of those guys that is just going to put the due diligence in, for to get better, right? And that's why I'm not worried about the turnovers per se, because what he said in this interview, to kind of sum it up was, he does whatever it takes to win, right? If it takes for him to be out there for a second practice and go through it from A to Z, he's going to do that, right? And it seems like that's kind of what he's doing. And it kind of shows with this offense how quickly this offensive 180 basically from, kind of being a joke last year to kicking the defense's ass all camp, right? Chip Kelly has done a phenomenal job. And I think that Geno Smith is kind of following suit, man. But let me know what you think. My bad for the technical difficulties, man. Yeah, I just found the tabs, man. I just found what was in my ear. Let me know. Let me know. Can you hear? Can you still hear it? Because I think it's gone now, man. I appreciate you guys sticking around, man. We got 162 in the building. My bad, guys, man. We got some technical difficulties. I got a new mic and a mixer, so I got some things like in the background, and yeah, it definitely it threw me off, man. My bad, guys, man. We got 164 in the building, man. But we're back. We're back. Shout out to Ask a Bum. The Raiders have won Super Bowls despite never having anything close to a Rodgers or Breeze or a Manning. Geno can get us to the Super Bowl under Pete. Yeah, I mean, we got him for 3 years. Continuity is definitely going to be key. And he's one of those guys that it seems to be getting better as he gets a little bit older and maturing, right? We don't need him to be that super. You don't need him to be Lamar Jackson. He doesn't need to be a super athlete. But one thing I do know at the quarterback position is a lot of it is cerebral, right? And he seems to be that guy that's going to be studying and sharpening his craft. And into his mid-30s and above, I can see him kind of improving over the years. Of course, until you get to a certain age where you can't do it no more. But I think for the next 3 years, I think we got something special in Geno Smith. Let me see. 3 clicks in the truth. Geno and a pro. Geno's a pro and handles the mic well. Yeah, absolutely, man. He's definitely one of those guys. It's a good representative for your team, for sure. Offense is going to be fun, man. Yeah, man, for sure. My bad for the technical difficulties, y'all, man. It's definitely, I got some new equipment, so I'm trying to work it out. So, hey, you guys are here on the fly to kind of see the nonsense, but it's all good, man. We still got 159 in the building, man. Make sure you like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Raider Shield, man. I appreciate you, man. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, we're gonna keep on rolling, y'all. We're gonna keep rolling. Shout out to Jerome Montgomery. I'm Finn mad. Yeah, are you talking about the Jakorian Bennett trade, man? Yeah, a lot of us aren't very happy about that for sure. Let me see. 3 clicks in the truth. Give Geno some of that Plunkett DNA, man. Yeah, I think he's gonna do just fine, man. Almost similar to what we saw kind of in Rich Gannon's later years. I'm hoping that we can kind of replicate that with Geno Smith. That'd be great. Let me see. Gotham City Raider in the building. Sanjit just put a quick video on the new Raider, on the new player Booker. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. Yeah, you know, Sanjit, if there's anybody that does some film breakdown better than me, Sanjit is that guy, man. I gotta give him his due diligence. I gotta give him his credit for that one, man. He does great work with the film breakdowns for sure. Raider Shield family. Also, Geno's actually younger than his age. He didn't play much for a few years. He's solid. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Absolutely a good point. Let me see. Geno Smith is better than Justin Herbert. Woo, woo. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell any casuals that, right? But hey, you know what? I really think he's the second best quarterback in this division. I do. I really do. I think that Justin Herbert is grossly overrated. Can't win the big game. He has spurts of some good games, but this is not a guy that I'm afraid of, right? We've seen him over and over, and he hasn't done anything to really truly light us up, right? So you're absolutely right. I think Geno Smith can be slightly better than Justin Herbert. Out of 10 games, I give a slight edge to Justin Herbert, 6-4. If you're looking for somebody who is gonna, toe to toe, who's gonna have the better stats, who's gonna have the better game, hey, I give the slight edge to Justin Herbert, and it'll be close. I'll tell you that, a 6-4. That 10th game is gonna decide if it's a tie or not, type of deal. So yeah, I agree with you, man. Ask a bum. I agree to an extent. NFL news and podcast. Hooker better turn up. We should not have let go of JB. Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. I definitely agree, man. Let's see. Booker was behind Davis and Carter. Let's see, guys. Yeah, that's true. Maybe he didn't get his burn because he was behind some like true dogs, and we should have Carter, to be honest with you. But I digress on that one. But it is what it is. Shout out to Coach, man. He says Herbert's terrible and overrated. No, yeah, absolutely. Raider Shield family, Justin Herbert had to show me anything. Yeah, man, keep bringing the Justin Herbert hate. It is allowed here. Let's keep doing it. We can talk about how much we hate Justin Herbert all day if you want. We can do that for another hour. I'm not gonna lie to you. Resharing this, and let's be real here. 99% of Raiders fans would have said cut Tom Brady because he's a non-mobile scrub in his first couple years. I trust the guy's getting paid to make cuts. That's a good point. And I tend to agree with you to an extent. I tend to agree. Let me see. Shout out to Chewy's NFL news and podcast. Justin Herbert's decent, great size. Yeah, but F that dude either way, right? Let me see. Gotham City Raider. Herbert has no excuses this year. Keenan Allen is signing this week with the Chargers. Oh, good for him. Good for him. You get barbecue chicken all over again. Let me see. Low life Rev. Who cares? Win a damn Super Bowl. I'm over being shit all the yeah. Me too, man. Doesn't matter who's that quarterback. Let me see. Low life Rev. Sorry again, just getting it out. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, you gotta apologize, bro. Hey, this is why we're here, man. We gonna talk some shit, man. You guys are allowed to do that too, man. This is a shit talking session for both of us on both ends, man, for sure. Let me see. That's what she. Oh my god, here we go. Let me see. Ask a bum says I'm looking forward to the Eagles game the most. Love when the Raiders play the Eagles. That's gonna be a good one, man. That's gonna be a good one. We'll see what JB's all about by the time that happens, right? Let me see. Herbert is high as hell on talent, but talent potential isn't what matters in the lines. Yeah, no doubt, man. I agree. All right, so let's get down to the second part of the show. I want to talk about that mock game, right? I have some thoughts about what's going on that mock game that happened on Thursday, right? I mean on Saturday. I'm sorry. One thing that really stuck out to me is the use of the 12 personnel, right? That's what we talked about a lot last year under Luke Getsy, that he liked to use the 12 personnel, and we haven't really heard too much about it this time around this year. And I think maybe because we kind of exhausted that whole idea, but the proofs in the pudding, the actions on paper, the actions out on camera. Michael Mayer is going to have a special year, guys, and I think alongside with Brock Bowers, we already know what Brock Bowers can do. We got us a pretty solid 1-2 punch at the tight end position. Now, you know, I know some of you guys want to get that true wide receiver one, whatever that means, right? I think that Jacoby Myers is a number one receiver in the league, and I think that we got us a special guy. And I hope they extend him soon. Hopefully they break it today that he's getting signed for that extension. But 12 personnel is going to be, you know, in full effect this year. And this offense is running on all cylinders. That's one of my thoughts, right? I think this offense is going to be great. We already talked about how great they look so far. And then two, let's talk about the Lonnie Johnson injury, right? Devastating injury. Don't know if it's going to be for the season yet, but I want to know from you guys, do we need another safety? Do you think that we need to go into free agency and pick up another safety, or are we going to roll with our guys, Chris Smith, Trey Taylor, Greedy Vance? Are we going to roll with our guys right now? Or do you think that we should pick up somebody via free agency? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Do we pick up somebody? Let me see. Shout out to Dan. He says, Puke Getsy rarely used 12 personnel. Yeah, he didn't do a good job with that at all. Spillane going to feel the pain on week one with Mike and Brock. Yeah, he's going to have his hands full, man. Crossing routes all day, get him. He's going to have to run. He's going to definitely have to run. And hopefully he's put in a zone situation. And if they go in zone, it's a wrap for him. So either way, it's not a good look for him. Let me see. Shout out to David Infante. He says pick up somebody else for depth. We're going to get into some of the people that I think would be a decent fit. And I want to hear what you guys think about who we should pick. John Powell, I think we're going to roll with what we got. I tend to think that too. There's some guys that I wouldn't mind picking up, and we're going to talk about it. Matter of fact, let's jump into it, right? So one guy, a lot of people are that have been talking is Marcus Williams, right? This is a guy 6'1", 207. He was with the Ravens last year. Pretty young. He's been around for a few years. His best season was in 2019. He had an 88.2 defensive grade. Since then, he's kind of regressed just a little bit, 80.1 PFF grade with the Saints in 2021. And then ever since then, he's been kind of regressing just a little bit. Last year, he had a 42.9 defensive grade, 69.4 defensive grade, 82.5 tackling grade. So good for the nickel, good for that slot situation. That's one guy that we can pick up possibly. Last year, he had 28 tackles, 3 assisted tackles. So in I believe 12 games. So that's somebody that we can look at. What do you guys think about Marcus Williams? What do you guys think? Let me see. Dan Rader says, no, we don't need another safety. Okay. Depth is always good. I think the coaches and front office are always looking to improve. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, man, because they seem to want to try to find ways to get better every day, right? In the best way possible. If we're picking up projects, why not give Asante Samuel Jr. and see what he can bring? Yeah, that's a possibility to look at if he's healthy, right? There's somebody that we gotta make sure he's healthy, give him the full, evaluation and see if he can be upright and actually take some hits and play ball, right? Marcus Williams isn't super talented, but he's very smart. There ain't offense he can't read. Put him in the right role and he'll be awesome. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Something that we can kind of find a diamond in the rough, kind of a revival of some sorts, especially in that nickel situation. Kind of fill the role of what Lonnie Johnson was doing. I think it would work, right? But we'll see. And that's another thing Desert Raider brings up. I ain't paying Williams $14 million for a year. Yeah, if he's asking for that much money, that's not going to happen. He's going to have to take a for sure pay cut if that's what he's asking for, because that's not going to happen. Shout out to John Powell. May pick someone up during the season if the right person comes available. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see another trade. Like I said earlier, maybe we can pick somebody up via trade. That'd be something that I'd be all right. Troy Gill says, sure, bring him in. Why not, right? That's kind of where I'm at with it too. Look at Graf's new post. What, on X? What'd he post? Let me know. What'd he post? Mike, we need to do a show together one day. Oh man, bro, come on, man. We can do it. You can come over here anytime you wanna talk, man. You've been nothing but supportive here, man. You're welcome here, bro. You're absolutely welcome here. About Booker. Okay. Graf posted something about Booker. Was it on X? I'm gonna check it out. Let me see. Ask a bum. He ain't gonna ask for that with his injury issues. Yeah, he better not, because he ain't gonna get it. He posted his bald head. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh man, shout out to Ron Justice in the building, man. So another guy, we might be looking at that Booker clip in just a second, but another guy everybody's been talking about nonstop, Justin Simmons. You guys want to bring Justin Simmons? Is 6'2", 202 pounds, play safety. He was with the Falcons last year. You're mostly known for being on the Broncos. You guys know what he did with the Broncos. In 2019, he had his best season, 90.7 PFF grade, was considered the best safety in the league at that time. And since then, he's kind of regressed, right? Last year, he had a 59.9 defensive grade, 53.8 run defense grade, 44.5 tackling grade. Not great numbers, right? His season, he had 55 tackles, 10 assisted. Not great numbers, right? I don't think that Justin Simmons is a fit with what we got going on, but a lot of people talk about bringing him in. I think it's a couple years too late for that one. But let me know, Justin Simmons, do you guys bring in Justin Simmons? Let me see. Shout out to Raider Shield family. Justin Simmons can play the nickel. Okay, but he said, but no for me. Yeah. I mean, it also depends on what he's asking for, right? And last year's stats, it seems like that he's kind of regressing. If you look at kind of the trajectory of the last 5 years in his, now PFF grades don't really mean nothing to a lot of people, but if you look at that, he went from a 90.7 being the best safety in the league. He regressed in the last 5 seasons. So take that what you want, take it, with a grain of salt, but the truth of the matter is the Broncos are willing to let him go, and the Falcons, parted ways too. They didn't bring him back. So that's something to consider for sure. Shout out to John Powell. I'm out on Simmons. I feel you. I'm kind of leaning that way too. Vinny B said they've been shopping Bennett for a couple of weeks. Oh man. Like I said, man, it was definitely, like I said, it was the writing was on the wall with Jakorian Bennett. I had a feeling that his days were numbered with the Raiders. I didn't think he was going to get cut, but I think they were definitely shopping him. That was my feeling on that one. Let me see. Shout out to 3 Clicks and the Truth. Q's yesterday's price and not today's price. Yeah, hey, that's Wason's thing, man. But hey, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. It goes both ways, right? Simmons market value is under $6 million. Yeah, I wouldn't even pay that much for him at this point. What do you know about this trade, bro? The Jakorian Bennett trade. Well, we traded Jakorian Bennett to the Eagles, and we got Thomas Booker, the 4th defensive tackle, 3rd year out of Stanford. He got drafted by, I think it was the Texans. They let him go. He spent 2 seasons with the Eagles, and now we have him with the Raiders. Young guy, 25 years old, kind of middle of the pack as far as PFF grades go. Not really much on the board as far as stats, but I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna do some homework. I'm gonna do some film study. And that's kind of as far as I know with the trade, right? And as far as, there have been some reports, according to the chat, that they were trying to shop Jakorian Bennett for the last couple of weeks. So there it is. Like I said, man, this is not a trade that I'm really happy about, but we'll see. Maybe this is something that, we look back at it and it was like that was a pretty good trade, right? Simmons is still good in bringing leadership to young players. That is a good point, but I think we already got like a Jamal Adams to kind of do that too, right? We got a lot of savvy vets that can kind of play that role too. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really think Justin Simmons is something that we should consider. Ask a Bum says Williams is a nickel master. His work with the Saints was top notch. He's not just gonna go one-on-one with speedy receivers. Yeah. I agree with you, man. I think that would be a good fit. I think I'll be happy with that one. Faster Than You, number 74, says Agent Zero is gone. Yeah, man. Yeah, that one hurts, man. Shout out to Dixon Cider in the building, man. Salute to you, man. And we got 162 in the building. Thank you guys for sticking around even through the technical difficulties. I appreciate you guys, man. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let me see. Yeah, JB to Philly, man. JB to Philly. We all must remember when former All-Pros are available, there's a reason why. Thus Wilkins. I'm just saying. Yeah, in most cases, yeah, you're right? And we got really excited a couple years ago when Marcus Peters was out there and we picked him up. We got excited and he just wasn't the Marcus Peters we all thought he was going to be. So you make a good point with that one for sure, man. It kind of proves itself year in, year out. And maybe that's the reason why we, a lot of teams kind of pass up on him at this point, right? Shout out to Sean's thoughts. I think we fans have Raiders PTSD where we don't know how to trust in a competent coaching staff and front office. Trust the process. Yeah, we're kind of punch drunk with losing at this point, right? It's like 20 years of just getting punched around and being the doormat and the punchline of the NFL, that when there's like one thing that we don't agree with, now it's like all hell just broke loose and back to its old ways and things like that. And the guys that kind of show a little bit of promise, then we stick to that because it kind of worked. So it's a definite we definitely have a complex as Raiders fans for sure when it comes to that type of stuff, man. It's tough to be a Raiders fans these days, man. But we roll with the punches and we do our best, man. Let me see. Shout out to Raider Jim. I don't like that Pete is stuck in his ways so much. He looks over good workers like Jakorian. That's a good point, man. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. When you're talking about kind of older coaches that have a philosophy and they kind of stick to that philosophy, it gets frowned upon, right? A lot. That's the reason why we didn't want a guy like Bill Belichick in the building, because he's stuck to his old ways. It's his way or the highway, the Bill Belichick way, the Patriot way, whatever it is, right? You kind of frown upon that type of stuff. And then hopefully, as much as Pete Carroll says that, he kind of evolves and kind of shapeshifts and kind of improves year after year, took that year off to kind of see things differently. I'm hoping that, for one, that wasn't just a bunch of noise that he was saying. And for two, that, he did enough changing to where he's not kind of stuck in his ways and doing the same old thing. But on the flip side, a lot of things he did work. So, it's not really many years, with him being unsuccessful as a head coach. So we'll see, man. That's a good point. That's definitely a good point, man. I'm definitely trying to see it your way for sure, man. Let me see. Shout out to Huey P in the building, man. Raiders. You already know, man. You already know. We got Ron Justice. He says, damn, I thought Mitchell Renz was on that D&D. Nah, man. Mitchell Renz isn't on the D&D, man. He isn't. He was telling the truth to you. Let me see. Lecky in the building says Justin Simmons was toast, burned last year. Don't know why fans so high on him. Because, he was considered one of the best safeties at some point in the league. So, a lot of people like to hold on to that and maybe they can kind of unlock something, that type of ability again, right? Everybody thinks that they can unlock that with their team and their front office and their staff and what they got going on. Everybody has that high hope. Shout out to Ron Justice. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, no one's really reaching out to Wilkins right now. Yeah, that dude is like, you wouldn't want to deal with that situation right now. There's too many issues going on with that. It's a little messy. So I'm sure we're gonna get some new news on that down the line for sure. Don the Don, this guy's been stuffed down on the Eagles depth chart. I don't know how to think of it. Yeah. but that's a good place to be. Stuck on the depth chart, that's for damn sure, man. If he does get some playing time, he's gonna do very well. Huey P says this JB trade made no sense. Could have at least kept him for depth until camp cuts. I would have liked to at least see him in the preseason. I mean, for real. Big Mike for safety. Hey, ask a bum. You don't want me to play safety, bro. I got a bad back. I got bad knees, and I never played safety when I was in shape. I'm a defensive lineman, offensive lineman by heart and by trade. So yeah, I play a little bit of linebacker too, man. But that's the trenches is the name of the game. I don't do the secondary at all, bro. Shout out to Dan Tessier. Trust in Pete. Yeah, man. So far, so good, right? At least we got to stick with that. Sean's thoughts, man, that is nasty work with fans questioning Pete. Yeah. That's once, like I told you, once one things kind of go not the way you expect it, then everybody kind of like, oh, here we go again type of deal. It's a bad complex to have, but that's where we're at. And I understand it. Like, I mean, when people are like that, I'm like, I get where you're coming from, man. I get where you're coming from. I get it. Shout out to Raider Shield family. I'm sure the availability was the issue with JB. I hate it, but true. Yeah. It's tough. We all saw the writing on the wall. Yeah. For JB, never got on the field with the first teamers and wasn't Carroll's prototypical cornerback. Yeah. We discussed that a little bit earlier. Just a little bit of both of those things that you said for sure. Andy Reid is a boomer coach and he's doing fine with his play. That's true. That is true. So, I mean, and Andy Reid has had some sustained success. Now, before he won these Super Bowls with the Chiefs, he was knocking on the door in the Super Bowl every year with the Eagles. He was in the NFC Championship a few years and couldn't get the job done. Went to one Super Bowl with the Eagles, couldn't get the job done. So, Andy Reid has been doing this for quite a while at this point. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're right. Sean thought this is the hype as the Raiders have been in a decade. If Pete is stuck in his ways, then we need to be stuck with it too. I'm with that too. I'm just kind of like, from his perspective, I'm trying to see that, okay, maybe that is a possibility. I don't think that's the case at all. But, some people, think that, hey, well, you're stuck on this prototype type of corner and you let Jakorian Bennett walk or get traded because he's not 6'3" and whatever and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, that's what we see from the outside looking in. We don't know the evaluation process. We don't know, we don't know the intricate details behind that. But I get where he's coming from. But me personally, I think that Pete Carroll is going to be fine, man. We're going to be just fine under Pete Carroll. Let me see. He says, shout out to Smokey. He says, would Bennett even be starter in the Eagles defense? Nope, he wouldn't. He won't. There's too many good corners over there, man. We got Quinyon Mitchell. We got Cooper DeJean. We got, who else is over there? Man, they got a bunch of corners over there. Jakorian Bennett isn't going to start. JB was our number one cornerback up to this point, so I thought, yeah, me too. But I mean, camp has kind of exposed that a little bit, and we kind of seen him on a third team, second team type of deal. So we haven't seen him as a starter. But could have got more for JB. Spy didn't want to work it. Yeah, that's the part I don't like. I don't like the fact that we didn't get more for him, for sure, man. But let's talk about two more safeties that we can possibly bring in. And this is a guy that I've been talking about since I started doing content, man, for about 3 years. John Johnson the third. 6 foot 209, plays safety. He was with the Rams last in limited fashion and limited play. He played in the wild card round and he played week 1 and week 2. He had a 91.9 defensive grade in 63 total snaps. So he did play pretty well. His best was in 2019 when he had an 85.3 PFF grade. What do you think about bringing John Johnson? It seems like that's a name that always comes up when we're looking for somebody to kind of fill a void. John Johnson the third. Let me know what you guys think about it, man. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to Carlos in Fuego in the building. This regime is moving JPJ, trading Bennett because it doesn't fit. Raider Nation for life. Hey, that's what it's looking like so far, right? Let me see. Shout out to Huey P. The market wasn't there for JB yet. No real injuries, and his availability is questionable with that. But Howie did fleece us, though. Howie fleeces a lot of people, man. He really does. Shout out to Sean's thoughts. I learned this in the military. Everyone is expendable and replaceable. The wheel keeps turning, baby. They say that. They say that, man. So that's why you take your leave. Because they'll find somebody else to do the job, man. People, my military folks, take your leave. Let me see. Shout out to Sean's thoughts. Sorry, man. John Johnson sounded like a low budget porn name. Can't roll with that. Yeah. For that, we will not be going with John Johnson. Shout out to Sean's thoughts, man. And with the 3 knockdown rule, man, we got Raider Shield family with a $10 haymaker. Call the fight, man. Mike, I have an idea that I've not seen. How about a show with me and you hosting to talk about what it's likely to be in the military? Just a one-timer. I have several veterans on my show. Thoughts. So keep that in mind. Last year, I wanted to do something similar to that on Veterans Day. I wanted to get the veterans together, Raider vets, and kind of talk Raiders ball and kind of get together and show respect and love to my vets, man. Let's do that for Veterans Day, Raider Shield. We can do that. That sounds like a great idea. Get my Raider vets together that served and you know, rose the hand for that ultimate sacrifice. So let's do that around Veterans Day. I think that's a good idea, man. I wanted to do that last year, but I had some things going on for Veterans Day. But I think that's a good idea to do that, man. But we're gonna definitely press the button on that one for sure, man. Let me see. Raider Shield said, let's do it, man. Hey, let's do that for sure, man. We'll keep in touch for that one, man. And that's my way of kind of giving back to the vets, man. You know, we definitely got to do that, man. November 11th, we'll do that. Around that time, we'll do that. Sean's thoughts, yeah, I'm down, man. We'll definitely get it together, man. Keep us, you know, kind of stay tuned for that one. We'll do that by the time, you know, season comes around. I'll definitely post something. Maybe we'll do a giveaway too, man. We'll do something special. Let me see. So one more that I want to talk about, and this I think is the most intriguing one. Maybe Marcus Williams is the most intriguing, but this is another intriguing name. Quandre Diggs, 5'9", 200 pounds. You know, former Seahawk. He was with the Titans last year. Familiarity with Pete Carroll and things like that. 48.5 PFF grade on defense. Tackling, he had a total of 37 tackles, 4 assisted. I'm sorry, with Tennessee, he had a 73.2 PFF grade. I'm sorry, 87.2 tackling grade. I think he would be good in that big safety slot look right there. Can fill in that same position as Lonnie Johnson. I think he would fit in perfectly with that. He seems to be kind of in that trajectory where he can do that. Now, he had that Liz Frank injury, and I think he has been cleared. He can continue to play. Bring him in for a workout. Let's see what we can do. I like Quandre Diggs for a 1 year. Prove it. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. Do you guys think that would be a good move, man? Let me know. We got 158 in the building. Let me see. Navy myself. Hey, we'll do something, man. We'll definitely do something for November, man, just to kind of give back to my guys. Give back to the vets, man, especially my Raiders guys. I think that'll be a good move. I will pull up, but Mike is a squid. 8 years U.S. Army. All right, hey, fair enough, man. Hey, we'll talk some shit. We'll do it, man, for sure, man. We'll definitely do that. Let me see. Me too, 25-year squid. Hey, there you go. Hey, 9 years U.S. Navy, man. I got medically retired, man, but 9 years. I did my 9 years, man. Let me see. Hey, salute to my vets that are in here, man. Hey, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate you guys. Are your true example. You know, as men, a true example as just citizens for the United States, man. You guys keep this country running, and you guys keep this country free, man. I appreciate you guys for sure, man. Let me see. Shout out to Jay Rose in the building. Let me see. So let me know, man. We got Quandre Diggs. You think Quandre Diggs will be a good fit for us right now, man? I think that 87.2 tackling grade will be good in a situation where, you know, we can put him in and kind of stop the run in some cases, right? But we do have a Jamal Adams that can kind of fill that void as well. But it's all about competing. Maybe we could have him kind of moving around, and if he's healthy, I think that would be a good fit, man. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Sean Stotts, 22 years, 10 with the Navy, 12 Air Force, and 6 joint service. Oh, wow. All right. Oh, man, you're like a unicorn, man. You've been everywhere, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Respect. It's pretty crazy, man, because the job I'm doing right now, I work alongside not just the Navy. I work alongside the Air Force, but also the Space Force. Yes, they do exist, y'all. I work so that's pretty interesting when I do see Space Force people. I was like, oh, you guys do exist, but I digress, man. On the cheap, yeah, let's roll 1 year show me deal. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I think that would be a good fit, definitely for the cheap. Shout out to Askabum. Are you in Vegas right now? No, I'm in Oxnard. I'm in Oxnard, California. Yep, in California right now until further notice. Shout out to Raider Shield family. Shops around, much love, bro. Hey, yeah, this dude, man, he's been bouncing around, man. He's getting them NIL deals or something, man. And military NILs. Jerome Montgomery says, who on our team could step in Bennett's shoes? Well, Greedy Vance seems to be like a guy that is doing some special things, man. Maybe he's they see a lot of special things in Greedy Vance, and they're like, we can afford to let Jakorian Bennett go because Greedy Vance, this is somebody that we can develop and is a quote unquote homegrown guy, a guy that we've brought in, and we can kind of mold him to our image. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe Greedy Vance, UDFA that we picked it from USC. Maybe he's the guy that's kind of gonna take that role from Jakorian Bennett. We'll see. Stay tuned. I'm Raider Nation from Milwaukee, Dark Side, Midwest, baby. I love it, man. Hey, Raider Nation's everywhere, man. I love it. You see, had to run from child support. Oh man, that's crazy. Let me see. Okay, back on topic to all the Bennett guys. What is irreplaceable about his game? I think what it is because we saw some upside from him before he got hurt. That's really what I think it is for most people. I don't think that he does anything unique or special, but at the same time for us, he could have been what a lot of people think he could have been our quarterback one. That's what I'm thinking, man. Shout out to Raider Shield family. Let's not forget that Trey Taylor is lurking. Yeah. And then that's what I was saying. Like, these guys on this list is pretty cool, but if, we can get our homegrown guys out on the field, and even a guy like Chris Smith, who has been kind of lingering around this team for this is his third season coming up. He hasn't really seen any real time. Maybe this time around, he can really get on the board and we can see what he can bring to the table. So we'll see, man. But Trey Taylor is somebody that I would like to see. I mean, the guy, he got the award for best DB in the country out of Air Force last year, and picking him in the 7th round seemed to be a big steal. So I would like to see what they got in the dude for sure, man. Let me see. Get ready to get swept again. Oh, here we go. Who is this? A Chargers fan? It's always a Chargers fan. I swear, bro. Every time it's a Chargers fan. Do you guys got anything to do? Like, man, you guys are sad, bro. Like, it's every time it's a Chargers fan. No, not one Broncos fan comes in here. Not one Chiefs fan comes in here. Not one 49ers fan comes in. It's always y'all, man. Get a hobby, y'all. Get a hobby. Watch your team underachieve just like they always do. Moving on, man. Shout out to 1990 Cuevas. Shout out from the 816 Kansas City via East Hollywood Raiders. Man, hey, salute to you, man, from where you're at. Man, let me see. Trey Taylor is one of Graf's guys. Yeah, he's solid, man. I like him too. Let's see. Slamming Sammy Joe, not a Raiders fan, but y'all are like 2 years away from being contenders. Love seeing the improvement. Build a team for the next coach and quarterback to win it all. I'm kind of hoping on the back end, because we got Pete Carroll for 3 years. I'm hoping that third year is the year we can kind of send him off the proper way, man. But That's a good assessment, man. I appreciate you coming in, man, showing some love, man. I appreciate it, man. Let me see. Believe it or not, the largest out-of-market fan base for the Raiders is New York City. I can attest to that. Makes sense, though, since Al Davis was an East Coast man to the core. Every year, the ShieldMore squad, we all go out to New Jersey and do a show at Bar A in New Jersey. And it's such a great turnout, and we're going to definitely do that again this year. But you're definitely right. That New York area, even New Jersey, kind of bleeds over a little bit. Big Raiders fan base. I was blown away by the number of Raiders fans that are out there, man. Shout out to my guys on the East Coast who show love for the Raiders, man. Yeah. Always a Chargers fan, man. I don't understand how it's always every time it's a damn Chargers fan. Yeah, it could be an AI bot, you know. They do have those robots sitting in the stands, all those, the thousands of Chargers fan robots that they had a couple seasons ago. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, maybe it is a bot, man. Whatever, man. I don't really care. Blocking, I'm not gonna do all that, man. Whatever, man. Let them talk trash. They ain't got nothing better to do. Let me see. Yeah, they ain't never won anything, and they be the loudest. Yeah, I can't stand Chargers fans, man. I swear. Like, I really dislike the Chiefs just because the refs cheat for them, but the Chargers, I don't like the team because they came from San Diego to LA. I'm from LA. I hate the fact that the Chargers are in LA. They don't belong there. And then, two, the fans are the most obnoxious fan base in the NFL, next to the Cowboys fans, right? Cowboys fans are at least, I wouldn't say they got something to cheer for. They haven't won one in a while either, but they don't talk as much trash, nearly as much trash as Chargers fans. Chargers fans, they have this complex, man. Every time they beat the Raiders, it's like their damn Super Bowl, man. I get so sick. I get sick of the Chargers, and every time we play them, I hope we whoop their ass. Like, I really get tired of the Chargers, man. It's okay, Big Mike. He's only 1 of 5 Chargers fans. I just get annoyed, bro. Don't mind me, man. Let me see. Can't even locate someone to cover Chargers over the round table. Exactly, right? They can't even get a dude to go over there to be the representative, man. Come on, man. Get out of here with that Chargers nonsense. JB wasn't a good tackler. That's what hurt him. Yeah, that he just didn't fit what we were doing. Let me see. My hot take is that Pete isn't building a transition team to win in a few years. He believes this team can make a deep run this year. Yeah. Hey, Pete Carroll has high hopes, man. He said 10 wins. And shout out to Raider Ryan becoming a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Welcome aboard, man. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Raider Nation got a good little squad here in Milwaukee, too. We the black sheep of Wisconsin, so we may as well be in the black hole. I love it, man. I love it. I love it, man. Let me see. We got us another member. Well, we actually got Raider Shield family gifting 5 Big Mike Raider memberships. Everybody thank Raider Shield family for the love. Man, you've been showing nothing but love and support, Raider Shield family, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support, man. And we're definitely gonna do that Veterans Day show, man. I definitely want to do that, man. We definitely got to do something special. I'm gonna get something together. We're gonna do a giveaway just for my vets, man. We'll do like a raffle or something, like a $10 buy-in or something like that. I'm just thinking off the top of the head, but we'll do something like that, man. I think it's a good way to kind of give back to my folks, man. Let me see. 3 clicks in the truth. Even the last Charger Roundtable dude always wore shades on camera. Man, I'm so sick of Chargers fans, man. Shout out to Money Chuck. Micro Raiders have lost more Super Bowls than the Chargers have been to. They should STFU. Absolutely, man. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Let me see. I'm gonna get a couple comments in there, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up. We got 180 in the building, man. If this is your first time popping in, hopefully this isn't your last. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks, and become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, man. Shout out to Alec M. There's some real jackass donkey fans too. Yeah, I mean, I don't really get problems from the Broncos fans, man. I really don't. It's always the Chargers fans. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why, but they bother me so much. Shout Shout out to Slam and Sammy Joe. I don't like Philly fans, but the team and management is great. Yeah, I can't disagree with that, man. That's why I was like, man, we gave Jakorian Bennett to the Eagles. God, of all teams, man, like, why did we do that? Let me see. Shout out to Troy Gill. Chargers are chokers, no doubt. No doubt. Damn chicken for a mascot. Oh, man. Chokers fans make the playoffs, don't know how to act. They act like they won the Super Bowl or something. Yeah, for real. For real. You guys are like the losingest team in all the NFL historically, right? And I'm not counting like a team like the Texans have only been around for a little bit. If you look at winning percentage, you guys are like one of the losingest franchises in all of football historically over the last 60 years. Like, do the research. You guys don't even have a winning record historically, lifetime as a team. It's like a 483 winning percentage. I don't want to hear nothing about Chargers fans, man. You guys, every year, every generation for the last 60 years, Dan Fouts, Phillip Rivers, you had Drew Brees. Now you got Justin Herbert. You guys always have top of the line offense, tight ends, you know, Antonio Gates, Kellen Winslow, like guys that have over historically, you guys always had like the best of the best as far as offense goes and can't get the damn job done. I don't want to hear shit about the Chargers. The Chargers are the most underachieving team in NFL history. They went 14-2 one year and got scraped by the Patriots in a divisional round when you guys went 14-2. You guys had the best offense in the league, the best defense in the league, and missed the playoffs. Make that make sense. I don't want to hear nothing about the Chargers. You guys continue to underachieve every year, and this year is not going to be any different, man. You guys will probably have a solid record, right? But then you guys will probably lose, have to go to, let's see, probably have to go to Houston once again and get scraped by the Texans. Stroud is gonna light you up again, man. And if it's not him, then you're gonna lose in a choking manner to the Jaguars. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about the Chargers, man. You guys continue to underachieve year after year after year after year. It never fails, man. That's one thing I can count on, is that the Chargers are gonna underachieve. How about that? Take that with you, man. How about that? I'm done. Chargers pay their fans of 10 games like that Asian woman. Yeah, and she don't even know what the hell's going on, man. She don't even know what's going on. Sorry, Aunt. Sorry, Aunt. Why are you yelling at us, man? I'm hot, bro. It's almost football season, man. Chargers fans out here window shopping. Facts. Chargers pay their fans. Yeah. I already read that one. NFL should start handing out participation trophies every year. Yeah. And a lot will go to the Chargers. A lot. Seems allegedly Harbaugh talked to the judge. Now Perryman is scot-free on all charges. Well, I mean, I'm glad that he's not getting in trouble for that, man. He seems to be a good guy, man. Aside from the fan base, I do like Denzel Perryman. He was once a Raider before, so I'm cool with it. How many teams have never won a Super Bowl? Chargers, Bills, Jags, Panthers, Lions, Texans, etc. Out of all those teams, who have been around the longest besides the Lions? The Chargers and the Bills. At least the Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls. At least. How about that? Like how you keep it 100, Mike Preach, man. I do my best, man. I do my best. I flew into Vegas for that 60-pointer. Chargers fans were talking mad-ish at the beginning, but damn, they got quiet quick. It was beautiful. Oh, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. I love it, man. I love it. Shout out to Germ209. Mike got me pacing around my living room, pissed at Joker fans right now. Man, hey, wait till we play them this season, man. You think that's bad, man? I'm gonna go off again. Let me see. Who's your most hated team outside the division? Going with the Eagles, probably. No, it's the Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys. Yeah, it's the Cowboys, man. Let me see. Chargers are low-hanging fruits, but I wouldn't even bother with them if the Chargers fans didn't constantly come in the chat talking their bullshit every time. It never fails. No other team does this. No other team in our division does this. There's no Chiefs fans coming in here There's no Broncos fans coming in here. And I would even I would say the Chiefs fans, if they came in here, why are you punching down, man? You got a Super Bowl. Like, get the hell out of here. Broncos fans, I'd be like, all right, well, good luck this season. Like that type of I'm not the type of guy that can't take any shit talking. It's the Chargers fans every time that's like have something to say. And a lot of them don't know what they're talking about. That's my problem with it. Let me see. Or Cowboys, I call them the corporate Cowboys. Yeah, facts, man. I mean, and you see, that kind of brings up another thing, right? So I did post this weekend about I was having a little bit of fun, right? I made a thumbnail. I was talking to Chat GPT, because I like to do that from time to time. Don't judge me, but I was like, hey, do you know about the Micah Parsons asking for a trade? They said, yeah. I was like, what's the chances to come to the Raiders? They said slim to none, but a Parsons and Max Crosby trade, Max Crosby duo would be phenomenal, right? So they said that the chances of Micah Parsons staying with the Cowboys is about 75%. And then I was like, well, devise a trade that would involve the Raiders and the Cowboys to get Micah Parsons. And they said 2 firsts and 1 second. So a 2026 first, a 2027 first, and a 2026. I'm sorry, not a second round, a 3rd round pick in 2026. So I put out there, hey, would you guys be down with the trade? Now there's a bunch of idiots out there saying, oh yeah, you're smoking, man, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, for one, I didn't say that I'm endorsing the trade. I asked you if you think this is a good trade. I didn't say I like the trade. Some people just can't read, man. But anyway, I digress, man. I had a little bit of fun. And I think as far as that whole thing goes with Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones does this every year. Every year he's like, he has one guy that's kind of out in the news, asking for a little bit more money, and he stretches it out throughout camp, right? Just to kind of get the eyes on that whole team. He's going to get signed by the end of this whole thing. He's going to get his money, but I digress. Enough of the Cowboys nonsense, but let me know what you guys think, man. Let me see. I went to a Raiders-Chargers game mid-2000s in the queue. I got threatened by other Raiders fans for showing up with a Chargers fan. I went to a game at the queue in 2016 where they clinched the playoffs, and it was 90% Raiders fans there, and it was great. It was spectacular, man. Shout out to Alec M. Seems like the Eagles kind of picked our pocket right now. Yeah, I feel duped. I feel like somebody stole my bike. Man, it's not a good, man. It's not good. Good to see you, Mike. Oh, we got East Coast Gridiron in the building, man. Good to see you, Mike. Hated that JB went to the Eagles. I was really high on him for you guys. Yeah, guess it didn't fit with what Pete Carroll's got cooking, man. And of all teams, the Eagles, man. That's he's going to be successful over there. I'm wishing JB the best, man. But dang, I wish we'd have got a little bit more for JB. Thomas Booker, he's not a guy that's really done much in this league so far. So we'll see. Hopefully it works out, man. Hopefully it works out. Shout out to Xavier Foster. Apparently Lane Johnson has a lot of faith in Booker's potential. Says one day he could be a Pro Bowler. Okay, we'll see, man. We'll see. Someone stole your bike. They stole the shoestrings out of your shoes. They left you on the porch, man. I'm in a pissed off mood today, man. Shout out to Slam and Sammy. He's a Chiefs fan. Share the hate for Elway. Yeah, same. Is the Q Jack Murphy? We're talking about Qualcomm. Yeah, I think it's Jack Murphy. Yeah, I think that was before it was Jack Murphy. Yeah. Let me see. Chargers are the NFL's babies born to suck. Yeah, man. Shout out to East Coast. He says it makes sense because Kelly Ringo is looking like he's moving to safety or just full special teams. He's struggling. Was at their practice last week. Not good. Oh, that's some good insight. So maybe that was the reason why they went shopping for Jakorian Bennett, man. I feel like we could have got more for him, though, man. Be honest, if that's the case, even more so, right? Shout out to Alec M. Qualcomm was such a toilet, no doubt. Yeah, it was. Man, yeah, it was trash. Shout out to Isaiah R. Ringo, probably more of a Pete Carroll corner. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe we should have brought. I think somebody did bring that up. Bring in Ringo. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. R for Life 1970 in the building. The same Booker, probably our second best D tackle. Oh no, I would hope not. I would hope not. If that's the case, we need some more. We need some more D tackles. Let me see. Shout out to JM. Qualcomm was low key fun though when Raiders fans took over. Yeah, it was. I had a great time, and that was the 2016 season when we clinched the playoffs. I was in the building, and that was a great day, man. The word is the Raiders have been shopping Bennett for a while. Maybe that was the best they could get for him instead of letting him walk or cut him. Yeah, maybe that's the case, man. Like I said, maybe that was the reason why they kept him. I mean, maybe that was the reason why they let go of him, because there was no market, right? And I guess they wanted to get something out of it. I don't know, man. I would have kept him if that's the case, right? I'm curious about quarterback y'all drafted as a gadget receiver. You're talking about Tommy Malott. Well, he's gonna be primarily receiver. I don't see him making the squad because from 1 to 5, we're pretty set, and there's word that they're gonna be keeping 4 tight ends. Now, that might not be the case. He might be in for that number 6 receiver. And if that's the case, then you got what's the guy's name? Philip Dorsett, that's kind of vying for a spot that's going to be like kind of a special teams guy, and Malott can probably fit in there, but I don't think he's going to make this 53 initially, man. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Eagles are not letting Ringo go. It solved the Eagles' safety depth by moving him over to safety. JB will probably move to nickel, and they have been experimenting with DeGene at outside corner, man. God dang, man. That's why I was kind of hoping that they would have gave him a chance to be nickel for us, Jakorian Bennett, and it doesn't seem like that we gave him a shot to do that, but we'll see, man. It always seems to work out for the Eagles, man. Gotta be, but man, that's a tough one to stomach. Yeah, no doubt, man. The JB trade made a ton of sense for the Eagles, and it made sense for us, I guess, because we're kind of short with depth at the D tackle position, I guess, but I feel like we could have got more. I would have been okay with some draft picks over this dude, to be honest with you, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Jakorian nickel, he can't tackle. That's the problem. He's not a good tackler, but I would have liked to see him at least be put there to see what he can do, right? That's kind of what I was hoping. I don't know. The corner room looks sus until otherwise. Yeah, we'll see. Mad Max wouldn't be happy if y'all brought Micah in to pay him more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we would have to make him the highest pay. He wants to be the highest paid dude, right? And Max Crosby will be fine with that because he wants to win. But I don't know, man. That's a lot of money to kind of allot to one side of the ball, particularly just the front, just the edges. When we need D tackles, we need some other things. I don't know. I don't think that move would have. I don't think it works. I don't think it works out for us. And plus, Jerry Jones is playing games. He's not going to let go of Micah Parsons. He's not stupid. Sean Sauce, let's look at it right. Eagles can absorb a medium-level player. Raiders can't win with medium-level players as our star. That's a good point. I like that. That's good. That's a good way to look at it for sure, man. You're absolutely right. Ringo's going to safety. Ringo's not a good corner. Oh, yeah, you guys are going at it, man. I'm mind my business. Maybe he contributes. That Clemson D tackle would have looked good with y'all. The one we got rid of. Oh man, the one we got rid of. Yeah, it would have been cool if he wasn't, being weird. But anyway, I would if we win 10 games this year, and next is basically 3 seconds. It's basically 3 seconds, or you mean 3 seasons? Yeah, it looks like we got Pete Carroll for 3 years, man. That content. Nah, an upcoming draft. Oh, okay. I haven't did my due diligence on the next draft yet, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep my eye out for sure, man. 9-8, give or take. 10-7, man. I'm going 10-7. Like real talk, man. I think we can go 10-7. All right, man. We got 175 in the building, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Once again, the breaking news, you guys already know. Jakorian Bennett traded to Philly. and we got Thomas, what's his name? Thomas Booker the fourth. We'll see how it works out. I'm not really a big fan of this trade, but we'll see. Let me see. Last words. Got to realize Max would not be worried with Micah. They are good friends. However, not a plausible thing that could happen. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. They are good friends, but you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a lot of money to a lot to two guys for sure. Big Mike, write down Peter Woods and TJ Parker, bro. I'm doing a film study on them soon. I've been telling people about them for a year. Peter Woods, TJ Parker. They're finally getting traction. I'll keep that in mind, bro, for sure, man. I got the bell up for you, man. I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna check you out. I think how we ended the half, start the third, and close out games will dictate if we are a great team. Yeah, you always want to win that last 4 minutes of the first half, and then that first 4 minutes of the second half. That 8-minute stretch. That's a what's the dude's name? That's a Nick Saban philosophy. Win that 8, the middle 8, right? That in last 4 of the second quarter, and then that first 4 of the third quarter. Usually, if you can win that gap, you can win the game, right? So that's a big indicator if you can win. And there's some other things too, but that's one of them. Philosophy. There's so many philosophies, man, but that's one to check it out. Peter Woods is a dog. Best of luck. He doesn't get taken before y'all's pick. Yeah, hopefully we're picking in the middle of the first round this year, or even in the 20s. That'd be great. Out of Clemson. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Cool. I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind, y'all. Thanks for the heads up on that one, man. Definitely, man. Maybe he'll make my 30 for 30 next year, man. Thanks for that content, Big Mike Raider, man. All right, man. I'm getting out of here. Last one, man. I don't want to leave any of you guys hanging, man. Last 3 years we have sucked in those 3 categories. We didn't score in the third for like a whole season. Can't have that incompetence on offense anymore. Yeah, no doubt, man. Hopefully we fix that with what we got going on. I appreciate you. 3 clicks, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. 157, man. I got to get out of here. I've been on for a very long time. Shout out to Xavier Foster for supporting, man. Mutation ×2. My new members, Herman Munster, Lil Tiger Raider, Raider Shield family, man, gifted some memberships and showed some support ×3, man. Thank you for the support, man. And Raider Ryan gifting 5 memberships as well, man. I appreciate all you guys showing love, man. But guys, if you guys want to become a member, link is at the top to become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Go ahead and welcome aboard in advance, man. But I'm getting out of here, man. You guys have a great night. Hopefully this trade turns out all right, but remains to be seen. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a couple of film breakdowns. We're going to do one on Colton Miller, and then we're going to do one on JPJ at the guard position, man. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Your light illuminates their imperfections, hence their attempts to dull your shine. Light 'em up.
Dirt on my name and flowers grew right out the brown soil. My vision's clear as glass, the robe is purple satin plus the crown's royal. Allow me to give you a demonstration. Holding your breath, waiting for me to fail only brings hyperventilation. See, I'm a soldier that's ready for any situation. So me and life double dated my trials and tribulations. Won't be remembered for not speaking out. I Google map my whole approach, so I chose not to take the peaceful route. I promise I can't make this shit up. I shed a tear, then used the mic stand to hold my chin up. They plot and strategize on different ways to make me give up. That's easier said than done, like a woman that's 9 months pregnant doing sit-ups. Yeah, I read the book of life, defeat was never in my story. Just brutal fights on the battlefield is bloody and gory. Showing off is a fool's idea of glory. Call me foolish, then in the clutch I make them drop like I was Robert Ory. See, in this world you gotta sink or swim. Boy, I'm a legend. When I die, my presence never will be felt again. This greatness rare, but see, I kept it in. Isolation in the demons, guardian angels been my only friend. I've been at war with myself in silence. Had a mental malfunction, forced to go into hiding. For
I hope
powerless
you're
like
watching right
outside
now,
and
because
losing
then
the
you're gonna understand. Whoever get in my way, I'ma dog walk their ass.